Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I see already some people that are writing emergency live, like Anthony Schifano in the chat. Good morning to the people from USA that are just waking up. Good evening to the people in Indonesia or that part of the world that are going nearly to sleep. Ciao a tutti, ciao Neven. I was thinking that you were at school. That's why I didn't ask you for an emergency thumbnail, but I'm happy that you are here. Ciao Liam, ciao Leonardo, ciao Sergio Delgado, ciao a tutti. I will say hello in a second. First of all, let me say why we are doing that live for the people that do not know it. It was quite clear, I believe, in the title and in the thumbnail. It has been communicated, if I'm not wrong, 50 minutes ago that there will be a talk of Giuntoli to Skysport Italia, exclusive talk of Cristiano Giuntoli to Skysport Italia. As I know at the moment, I cannot tell you if it will be live or if it will be something that has been pre-recorded. I have no idea. I give you my ideas first before listening. I have absolutely no information about what will be said today. My idea, I don't believe, like people are thinking maybe here in the chat, that there will be a live stop with Thiago Motta. I don't think so. Then everything can happen, and that's why we are here to translate the word live of what Cristiano will say. But I don't think so, because it would be extremely strange and probably a unicum in the history of Juventus to sack a coach, making it publicly on Sky Sport on television, more than what happened in the past, always with the communication first on the sides of Juve. I believe that Cristiano Giuntoli will go with confirming what we all thought yesterday, maybe also confirming what the coach said yesterday. We were speaking about a shame, a big shame from the performance, but the moment that we are in also today, confirming a project, confirming the coach until the end of the season, trying to do what I think should have been done yesterday immediately after the game. So I will not be able to share, of course, the images here, but I will try as soon as we see Cristiano Giuntoli to translate word by word what he will say. Let me say hello to the people in the chat, and then we will go towards the words of Giuntoli when he speaks, of course, but interacting together with you. I was absolutely not planning to do that live today, even when I heard at 3 p.m., a bit later than 3 p.m., that there would be that emergency call, video, or live on Sky Sport. I was absolutely not thinking to do a live. I thought I will listen, I will observe, I will try to think and reflect about the words of Giuntoli before going with a video, a breaking video to explain you. But I think it's correct for people that are not speaking Italian that simultaneously when Giuntoli is speaking, that I'm able to tell you word by word what Cristiano is telling us, because I think it's totally fair, because you're always there in the night, in the morning, in the evening, during games, when we suffer in beautiful moments as well. So I think it's totally correct. So that's what we'll do today. Emperor Ekrepi saying what happened, Beppe. At the moment, nothing except that Cristiano Giuntoli, and it's written there on Sky Sport, tra poco parla Cristiano Giuntoli. In a bit, Cristiano Giuntoli will speak. Of course, they are teasing us because that little message is written there since now 55 minutes. So we are waiting, could be at the edition of 4 p.m. Let's see. Ciao Endrit, ciao Jake, ciao Sergio, ciao Chris, ciao Sergio again, Leonardo, Mikey. Thank you for all the people that are connecting and trusting also GJustjuve channel for the words instead of going somewhere and reading them just randomly. Thank you. Maybe announcer resign? I don't think so. These kind of things are not finishing immediately on television on Sky Sport. They usually finish on the site of Juve. By the way, it's maybe not a bad idea for me to open the Juventus official site. Maybe we can have some information there. At the moment, what I opened is here. The Juventini of the world that are subscribed. I have Tutto Sport, I have Corriere dello Sport. I made an interesting video, I think, that was not edited, but really speaking with the heart. A bit earlier today, so if you didn't have the opportunity, I don't think that the words of Giuntoli will change what I said today. So if you didn't have the opportunity to watch it after this live, I invite you to do it. In the meanwhile, if you want to, of course, I invite you as well to put a maximum of like on today's video. I see that we are already over 200 persons and we have only 58 likes. So if you enjoy, if you want to continue to enjoy the content, please continue to support the channel with a maximum of like, with also sharing this channel with the people that are not speaking Italian, that are probably asking themselves, where can we hear, where can we see the translated words of Cristiano Giuntoli, with also a debrief. Ciao Bogdan, ciao Vasiliakos, ciao Nicolotti. They say I'm extremely curious. So what do you think, guys? At the moment I see the not Giuntoli yet, but what do you think, guys, will happen? What do you think that will happen in a few seconds? Will there be, what I don't think, a dismissal? Will there be a trust? Will there be an explanation from what we saw yesterday, or a post debrief like we are doing actually? A post debrief of the words of Thiago Motta after the game. What do you think will happen in a second? I'm really curious. Here you see it also on Sky, on Il Bianconero, the site of Direttore Romeo Agresti. They are keeping us up to date when they will happen. Juventus Cristiano Giuntoli will speak to Skysport Italia in a second. Here they are saying, they are already anticipating us. What will Giuntoli speak about after the huge elimination yesterday that actually started a lot of controversies and debates about the coach and the club? With Juventus out of Champions League and Coppa Italia, the only objective that is still alive for Juve is the top 4 at the moment. That is extremely crucial and fundamental for Juventus club and especially company. Giuntoli could, and they are not sure, so nobody has the insight of what Cristiano will tell us, take a position from the club, probably confirming the trust into the coach and leaving or letting people understand, wait, let me translate again. So confirming the trust on the coach, or maybe letting people understand some possible changes. Supporters are waiting for answers. They demand answers, while the team is asked to stand up as soon as possible to not compromise even more the end of the season. In the next hours, the speech of the sporting director of the Bianconeri could be decisive to understand the future strategies of Juventus. This confirms once more that at the moment there is nobody that is aware about what will be said by Cristiano Giuntoli. Grande Lavezzi, that is saying Grande Beppe, thank you for your donation, my friend. Really, really appreciate it. And every day, your support to the channel, your presence on the channel, like the one of James Douglas Lewis, like Andy that is there. Bonjour, pardon de demander, Giuntoli a déjà parlé? Non, il n'a pas encore parlé, Andy. Ils ont annoncé à 3h qu'il parlera tra poco, donc brièvement. Mais il n'a pas encore parlé, donc on attend et on va traduire ici mot par mot ce qu'il va dire à partir du moment où il est live. On attend Cristiano Giuntoli qui devrait arriver, il ne devra pas tarder. Ça c'est ce que je pense, là je suis en train de regarder. Non, so he didn't speak at the moment for Andy. Yes, here he is, so let me put here immediately. So, Cristiano Giuntoli. I am aligned with what the mister said. It was an unacceptable performance. Everyone is convinced about it. I am convinced about it, the coach, the team. We talked with Maurizio Scaravino, with the president, cool-headed, and we are convinced that we need to do more. We need to do more playing these 12 games to reach the qualification in Champions League. We are convinced that the project we started this summer is an important one that is bringing value, and we are convinced that that project can give us a lot of satisfaction in the future. Yesterday was a nearly unexplainable game after 4 wins in a row in Serie A. We are extremely disappointed and also a bit angry. We are convinced of the project, a project that we knew that could possibly have some difficulties already. We are convinced that we are on the right path and that can give us some satisfaction, big satisfaction in the future. Thiago Motta wanted, with the words of yesterday, to put the team in front of their responsibilities. Mercato, about the names. Cop Manners, Nico Gonzalez, etc. We change a lot. We change a lot of players. We invested on international profiles. We are convinced they were giving a lot to their teams before, and we are convinced that they will do the same with Juve in the future. The club is always responsible for what is happening. We are aware, we are accountable in front of the ownership. That's it, guys. It's over. That's it, guys. It's over. It's over. Okay, I give you, without, because you see it at my face, you see how I react, that I'm a bit angry, so I don't want to make a show. Let's try to be professional. Let's not try to make a show about it, to scream, to, even if inside of me, the inside Beppe, the small Beppe that is inside of me, is probably screaming a lot. Look, these words, and I will try to be polite and professional, these words could have been said yesterday. We ended the game, I think it was after the penalties, it was 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. It's 4 p.m., which means that we are 17 hours later. We are 17 hours later. I don't think that Juventini needed or had to wait 17 hours to hear what could have been said yesterday. I just put aside if I agree with what Cristiano Giuntoli said or not. I want to put it aside for a moment. I will come back if I agree or not with the words of Cristiano Giuntoli. I just take the first point of view. My first start is, should we, Juventini, wait 17 hours to hear 3 minutes of Cristiano Giuntoli telling us that he believes in the project, that he thinks that we are bringing value to a project that had difficulties, that we understood that this project could have difficulties, that we are a bit angry, because I underline the words a lot, disappointed, a bit angry. We believe in the project. He didn't say we believe in the coach. He didn't say we believe. He said we believe in the project. He didn't say we believe in the coach. No, I don't think that we needed to wait. I think that I'm convinced that these words could have been said yesterday, right after the words of Motta, or even before the words of Motta. I'm not even putting in doubt, or I'm not even discussing if the words of Cristiano Giuntoli are the correct ones or not. But if we need to wait 17 hours for the first time on Skysport, because that's what we are doing, we are choosing the biggest sport, the biggest sport media, television media in Italy, if you are waiting 17 hours to release an interview of 4 minutes to tell us that, I think that that could have been said immediately yesterday. I don't think that you need 17 hours to say that. So what I can read personally, and I can be totally wrong because I'm not there. I was not there. You saw me yesterday here on this seat, I think with that sweater, and you see me again here today with exactly the same sweater because I didn't take a shower yet. I will take it later. I think that what happened yesterday is nobody was sure about what to do yesterday evening after the elimination against Empoli, and that they took seriously into consideration the fact of changing coach. That they discussed about it, and that they said the best, according to us, for Juventus is to continue at least until the end of the season, except of continuous drama in the next few weeks. I think that today he will not tell us, and that's totally correct, and I back it up. A club cannot come here in front of cameras telling us, look, we were not sure at the end, we decided it was the best. No, this is not what you say as a club. You come and you try to speak convincingly about your choice, and that's what he did today. If really, but that's again my interpretation, my opinion, if really he would have come yesterday after the game, it meant that he was 100% convinced that even an elimination against Empoli, the way how we were eliminated, if we were 100% convinced of what we would have done or taken as a decision, they would have come in front of microphones without any fear. Boom. Come to me, what do you want? You are shocked, you are angry, we are angry as well. But we took a decision. The decision was to start a project that we knew would have had difficulties. On top of that, the difficulties that we already knew would probably happen because of the second youngest team in Serie A. There were a lot of unexpected, important injuries. We knew that there were difficulties. On top of that, the injuries, we knew about it, but we have no fear. We trust in our coach. We trust in our project. We are there to back up. We are here. Yes, we are angry about the elimination of Empoli. Yes, it should not happen. Yes, we are disappointed, but that's the way that we go. If Juventus Football Club was 100% convinced about that, they would have gone yesterday in front of microphones instead of waiting 17 hours. What he's telling us is that yesterday, or today, because we don't know, he didn't give us a time lapse, he just said that cool-headed, they spoke with Maurizio Scanavino and with President Ferrero, putting things aside, putting things together. They spoke, they discussed, and today they decided to go in front of microphones of Skysport. So for the people that just joined, I will read you now that we have the words that I translated you live because I really wanted you to hear live. The words we'll read paragraph by paragraph. Guys, it will be extremely fast because it's not that I spoke a lot. And after that, we will debrief and I will tell you what I think about it, okay? Even if I already started. Let me see if there was a message that I didn't read. Yes, the one of Sanchko that is saying, I'm impatient. I'm a patient man, but this is a farce. This is the first message. Thank you for 4 months, Sashko. And also thank you for all the beautiful words that you are putting also under the comments of the video and the lives yesterday. Really, really appreciate it, my friend. Really, sincerely appreciate it. So, let's go to the words of Cristiano Giuntoli to Skysport. I repeat, after 17 hours of being eliminated, the way how we were eliminated. Parole Thiago. So the words of Thiago after the game. So here you see actually a kind of recap, or more or less a recap of the question that has been asked from the journalist to Cristiano Giuntoli, saying, we are aligned with what Thiago Motta said yesterday. It is an unacceptable performance. It was an unacceptable performance. We are convinced about it, the coach is convinced about it, and the team is convinced that it was unacceptable. We met with Maurizio Scanavino, with Ferrero, the president, and with the mister, so Thiago Motta, and we spoke to the team. We are all convinced that we must do more to reach the objective of the Champions League qualification. So you see here the first one. I will stop immediately after the first word. He's not saying we need to win the Scudetto. We are not doing. He's not saying here we want to win the 12 more games to forget about what happened. It says objective qualifying to Champions League. That is the minimum of 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 the minimum. Okay. The position of Thiago Motta, that was a question from Skysport. What about the position of, is he at doubt? Is he at risk? Is he risking? So he's going with, we are convinced that the project is important. So it's an important project that is creating value, and in the future it will give us satisfaction. Motta is not under discussion. On these words, what can I say? I can say that here there is not 100% strong, clear backup to the coach. It's not, Thiago Motta is not at doubt today and also not for the future. There is no timeline, there is no objective, there is just, he's not under discussion. Could be today, could be after Verona, could be at the end of the season, could be next season. We don't know. I don't want to fantasize, I don't want to go and extrapolate things that has not been said, but here I don't see a clear backup to the coach from Cristiano Giuntoli. We heard the same words from Cristiano about Allegri last year. We heard the same words from Nedved about Sarri. We heard the same words from a lot of coaches, about a lot of presidents or a lot of sporting directors about players and about coaches. So here, let me say that I don't know. But what he's saying here is we are convinced about the project, that it's an important one, that is creating value. At the moment, sorry to doubt, but I don't see the extra value at today. Instead, what we are seeing is probably a depreciation of value. Because if you bring a Koopmeiners at 60 million, and this is the Koopmeiners that we see, we are not bringing value. We are not bringing value to what Kenan Yildiz could have been this season. We are not bringing value to Nico Gonzalez, which we knew, all of us, that at 38 millions, all bonuses included, etc., would have been extremely difficult to create value. Would have been, I believe, happy if he was performing for what we spent on him. We are absolutely not bringing any value to Douglas Luiz. On top of that, a lot of players that could have had some value are gone, are not there at the club anymore. So bringing value at the moment, I don't know. When he's saying we believe in the project, I'm happy. I'm happy that he's believing in a project that is saying that will bring us satisfactions in the future. Here I stop. And what about a timeline? What is the future? Because I said it not yesterday, not today, but already a few weeks, a few months ago. I would not feel comfortable if the club is telling us again, for a third consecutive time, our objective is to enter the top 4 next season. I would not. I could have accepted it in his first year with a coach that he clearly didn't want, like Max Allegri, without any investment on the market. I would accept it, and I accepted it also this year with a total transformation of Juventus with 12 back then, now 16 new players. I would accept it with a new management, with everything new this season, new technical staff. I cannot accept it next year. I cannot. Explanations. Yesterday is unexplainable. We cannot explain what happened yesterday. We came from 4 victories. I think that here, Giuntoli, when he says we come from 4 victories, because I didn't hear it when I was speaking, translating live, and maybe I said he mentioned it and I didn't hear it. 4 victories in Serie A, but that's not true. He said we come from 4 victories. No, because he forgot about the huge elimination in Champions League. We don't come from 4 victories. We come from a 1-0 away against Cagliari, because before that we were out against PSV, and how we went out. So I cannot accept just that we push away that elimination against PSV. That I think that all of us supporters, me the first, because I was there and I watch it live, hurts, still hurts. It's an open wound. Anyway, we are extremely disappointed and a bit angry. No. When I have been a manager for 20 years. When I was coaching the managers that were under me, because they had also a team to lead, and especially in some cities where you are using it a bit more than in the other ones, I was trying to coach them, to teach them to not use small words to make things a bit more beautiful. Or you say, or you don't say. You cannot say can you please fold the little jeans? Can you maybe work a bit more harder? No, you say things. You must work harder. You need to fold these jeans, not the little jeans, because the jeans at the time I was working in a jean store was actually the bread and butter, was bringing your money. If you're starting to speak with little jeans, or using actually little words to transmit a concept, when you were doing that, you were actually trying to say something but make it look less beautiful. No, you're angry or you're not angry. So if you go in front of the microphone saying we are a lot disappointed and a bit angry, you make us even more angry. That's the result. But this is communication, guys. This is communication. This is communication. And if we wait 17 hours to go in front of microphones, we should avoid little words or miscommunication in an interview that lasted 4 minutes. And I think I'm even large with 4 minutes. We cannot say we want a bit more dribbles, we want a bit more accuracy, we want a bit more passion, we want a bit... No! We want grinta. We want shot accuracy. We want more goals. What did I say yesterday? What we needed? I didn't say we need a bit of goals to beat Empoli. I was convinced before the game in my video in the morning. I said I want a lot of goals. A lot. Bigger. More. Anyway, let's not stay too much on that word. That annoyed me a lot. Anyway, we are convinced in the project that it's a correct project, and we knew that we could face difficulties that have been accentuated. So actually, we found even more difficulties with the injuries. Yes. But I don't want to hear, personally, I don't want to hear today injuries. Because we are not speaking about Serie A. We are speaking about an elimination against Empoli in your stadium. There is absolutely no point today to put the word injury in what we had. Because yesterday there were no injuries. Yesterday there was a player that you signed, Lloyd Kelly. Cambiaso was there. Koopmeiners was there. Locatelli was there and didn't play the first half, not even in the beginning of the second half. Colomwani, that is a French international player, was there together with the most expensive player of Serie A. You as a team, as Juve, decided to put Bangula, Conceição, Yildiz on the bench, deciding to continue to play with a totally tired Weston McKennie. So today, I don't need to hear the word injury that are a fact that impacted a lot this season. It's a reality. No, today we cannot, because we are speaking about an elimination against a B team of Empoli that yesterday was playing with more injuries than Juventus. We are aware that the team is right and that they will give us satisfactions. Okay, I want to see it. Yesterday, Thiago Motta said, when speaking about players, some are expecting, are demanding, are pretending, no, pretending is not the correct translation. Some are asking, expecting, without giving. What is your explanation about that, said the journalist. The words of Cristiano Giuntoli are, he wanted to bring back the team to a sense of accountability, responsibility. Okay, so we have no details about probably the most big words next to the word vergogna, which means shame. We have no explanations. What about Mercato? Question from Skysport, because they spoke and they said Douglas Luiz, Koopmeiners, Nico Gonzalez are disappointed this season. Where he said, we changed a lot, we signed a lot of players, we invested on profiles that in the past did great performances. Honestly, they also say in international level, and we are convinced that they will do it with Juve as well. We are the 27th of February. Yesterday, Koopmeiners, the picture of yesterday, I didn't even mention it because I didn't have the strength to say it yesterday or this morning in my video, but yesterday the picture is the most expensive transfer that you signed this season. He's trying to do a sombrero, putting that ball in his face. Another one, nobody knows why he already missed 16 games with Juve, matching 16 games missed in his entire career. The other one has been a total disaster on the field. Nico Gonzalez, looking like he had absolutely not understanding what it is to play a Coppa Italia game after being eliminated against PSV. Will they do well with Juve? I hope so. Società, the club. We are always responsible for what is happening, and we are aware. We are accountable towards the ownership and the supporters. These were the last words of Cristiano Giuntoli. Accountable towards the ownership and the supporters. Again, what I hear here is yesterday, my interpretation, guys. After the game, they were really putting everything in doubt. They waited. They wanted to be clear-minded, cool-headed, to go and sit at the table, confirmed also by Cristiano Giuntoli, that they spoke with the president, with the CEO, with himself, and with Thiago Motta. They decided to continue together, which I'm not even saying is right or wrong. Probably it's even right. I know it's absolutely unpopular now, but probably it's even right. What I don't like is that we had to wait 17 hours with a announced exclusive interview on Skysport. 17 hours to hear 4 minutes where, honestly, there are some words that I didn't really appreciate in the communication of Juve. That's what I need to say. then the exact same words, if they were said yesterday, I will not tell you that I would have slept well, but at least I would have slept a bit, which I didn't. Because if you go, I think I was still tweeting at 3:30 a.m. and I was already working on the videos at 7:30 a.m. I didn't sleep. That's what I wanted to say. We translated the video. What I told you, I was absolutely not expecting today to sack the coach at all. At all. Voilà. Your thoughts, guys. I spoke a lot. I hope you appreciated the live, the translation. I think that I translated everything live. Anthony saying waste of time of Giuntoli. I don't think it's a waste of time. Messed up timing. The 4 minutes could have been used yesterday after the game. Today on Skysport. No. I don't think it's a waste of time, because we the supporters, we were demanding answers. We wanted to know much more than only the coach. We wanted to know, we needed to know what the club is thinking. He didn't really look really as convinced as what we read in the interview. The words are probably more convincing when you read them than when I heard them. It was fast. It was not with a lot of strength, conviction, energy. But these words could have been exactly the same words, could have been much better if they were said yesterday right after the game. Then we can discuss, do we agree? Are we not agree? Should we have sacked the coach immediately? Is it correct to continue with the coach? Was there another option available? Whatever you want. But we needed an answer. So waste of time, no. But in terms of timing, it's wrong. It's like I don't know. Was it corporate speak? Yes. Then pay attention, because I have worked 20 years in corporations, some big ones, some smaller ones. I know what it is to speak corporate, and I think that from the moment that you decide together to continue with the coach, this is what you need to say. With a bit more conviction in the tone and probably the timing earlier, but this is what you have to say. This is what you have to say. It also confirms us that they were absolutely not prepared. They didn't even take into consideration that this team could have lost the way we did yesterday against Empoli. They didn't take into consideration. Otherwise, we would have been ready to speak immediately. They were not. Which shows as well that probably there is still a bit of illusion in a team at the moment that is not answering. People that are asking, what now, Beppe? What do we do now? Yes, and now that he spoke. Look, or yesterday they took a decision and today they would have changed coach with a different option, a caretaker, or immediately a new name for a long project. And then this is what we do now, or you continue with what you believe is right. What I'm expecting, not what I'm expecting. What I demand, what I want, is that we have 12 games to play, that you are playing 12 games with the same belief, the same strength, the same power, the same energy as that second half against Inter, the same attention as the entire game against Manchester City, the same grinta and will and sense of taking something that is probably not even yours, like we did in that remontada against Leipzig. Every single minute should be played like that from every single player, including the technical staff, including everyone. There are 12 games to play. From now on, we play Monday, and all the games will be once a week. There will even be a last international break in the month of March to try to recuperate a bit of people. From now on, this is what is asked to all of them. I will potentially be much more mild in my final judgment if you are able to win 12 games on 12. I am not saying Scudetto because Scudetto is not our business. We saw it also yesterday, even if it was not the Serie A game, and also because you are at -8. Means that if the other ones are winning and you win, it's not up to you. You don't have the Scudetto in your hands. I personally don't think. I always told you that this team have absolutely no business to speak about Scudetto because we were not. When I thought that this team would have ultra performer doing really well, if everything was really oiling perfectly, I told you we are not the strongest one to compete for the Scudetto. Now, that being said, I'm demanding 12 wins on 12. 12 behavior, attitude that are 12 finals. Well, not finals because the finals usually we lose them. So 12 games like I told you, the second half against Inter, not the first one. The game against City, the game against Leipzig, that's what I want. Then, if you are able to win 12 on 12, and the other one they lost, you do a miracle. If not, you do what you needed to do long time ago. That's what I think. Rob, top coach, Ten Hag, Klopp, Terzic, the derby, Terzic. I have absolutely no idea, my friend. I want to answer you. Klopp the first. There are twice Terzic. I don't know. So Klopp the first, the Zerbi second, Ten Hag third, Terzic second. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. Please, with all the respect, I know it's fun and you love to do these top 5, but I'm really not in the mood. Really, seriously not. Thank you, Allah. Sorry, I know it's not the right time to say this, but Conte was there last summer. I will keep dreaming of him come back until the end. Thank you for the donation, Allah. Look, today I said to the people in the video, if you watch it or not, I don't know, I'm extremely sorry because I backed up Thiago Motta even before he was even in talks with Juve. I believed in him. I backed up Douglas Luiz that I really thought that he would have been there, and I said I'm sorry because probably I was wrong. I was thinking that would have been much more easier to manage 3 competitions to Thiago Motta because of his experience as a player that played that competition long time. I said I'm sorry, of course. I'm not the one that decides at the end, and I know that I have a trust from some people that are watching the video, so I said sorry. But again, about Conte, it's the topic that I will repeat. I think that Conte is one of the best coach in the world. I just think that Conte at Juventus last summer would not have been the perfect match. I think that he would have done better than Thiago Motta. Now, you can say, yes, he would have done better. Probably, yes. But I don't think he would have been the perfect match. Because we see it already with Napoli. From the moment that he's losing a bit, he's going totally out of control. Would absolutely not have been a match with Cristiano Giuntoli. And you know what I think, from the moment that management and coach are not aligned, it's a total disaster. It would have been a hell. So knowing a bit, guys, seriously, knowing a bit the backstage, the relationships between people, knowing extremely well Antonio Conte, the person that he is, I really don't believe that he would have been the perfect match for Juve in that moment of Juve. He was the perfect match in 2010, 11, 12. He probably will be the perfect match one day at Juve. In that moment, with the vision, with the idea, with the project that you started, that you wanted, he was absolutely not the perfect coach for Juve. Would I be happy if tomorrow you tell me Antonio Conte comes back to Juve? Yes, I would be happy, which means we changed totally everything. We probably changed sporting director because it will not be a great relationship, I tell you. But we changed probably the entire project idea. We forget about entertaining football, beautiful football, and all these kind of things. So forget about all of that. If you tell me, Beppe, look, the objective is to win immediately the Scudetto, again, we go out in all the competition that we are participating or not. I will tell you, look, if this is the plan, if you tell me we go for the Scudetto, we have a guarantee of the Scudetto, we give up on all, but then don't complain that we are humiliated like Napoli was humiliated in Coppa Italia. They were not in other competition, etc., etc. Then I will tell you why not. But you need to know what you are taking in your home, and you also need to know that from the moment that you start winning, that the pressure is there, and he's already thinking about the future, knowing that the finances are not able to protect him, to back him up. Then you know that you have a coach probably where will go with auto sabotage. If in the winter mercato you are not bringing him the players that he identified, you go with auto sabotage, which is a total disaster. What I personally think here, top 5 between Marotta, Paratici, Moggi, Secco, Giuntoli. Moggi first, Secco last. Giuntoli needs to prove himself. Paratici is on a different level. I loved Paratici under Marotta. I didn't like Paratici alone on top. Thank you, Rob. Really appreciate it, my friend. Here we have Steve Slick. Thank you, my friend, for the donation. Beppe, you have nothing to apologize for, my friend. It's very sad I was against Giuntoli and Motta very early, but even I didn't expect the season to be over in February. What a disaster. There are 0 leaders at Juve, on or off the pitch. Shameful. Look, I perfectly know the ideas, the thoughts of Steve Slick. A lot of time when we are heated up, especially after some bad performance, some games we even have fights because we don't agree. He's, for example, a huge big supporter of Antonio Conte. I am not, but we respect each other, and I love that today he's here saying, guys, I'm not here to tell you it would have been better with Conte or I would have been this. I told you this is not the attitude of Steve, which I appreciate so much. Thank you for your nice donation, like Ala, like Rob Lewandowski, like Lavezzi, like Sashko, like all of you that are supporting. Look, I said it this year, and I think that you watched the video, so you can confirm. I said no, forget about it, guys. This Juventus, it hurts me, but will not win the Scudetto. I said will not win the Scudetto. You know how you can even be sure that I said that? Because I didn't do any prediction video this season. Because it hurts me too much to do a prediction video where I'm honest, but where I need to put Juventus out of the number 1 position. It doesn't exist in my world. So I didn't make one. I told you Juventus will not win the Scudetto this year. Forget about it. But what I was expecting in that start of project was to see a domination of games. Slowly, but building up towards that. In ball possession was an idea of football. Was a lot of things that we were expecting. With a Juve being able to compete in Serie A until the end. There is one thing that I don't agree with Steve. Well, I don't agree. He's saying the season is over in February. Yes, probably not. You probably are right because you're also involving or incorporating Champions League and Coppa Italia. I would have said the season was over, especially if you are speaking about Serie A, about my personal dreams of competing until the end, already in the month of November, which was even earlier than in the past where we were out of the games, sometimes because of ourselves, sometimes because of what extra off-the-field topics, but we have been out in the month of January. This time it was in the month of of November, where we were out of the Serie A run. If we are at -8, which we will not win the Scudetto, but if we are at -8, it's because we only did 4 wins in a row. 4 wins in a row, and the other ones, they are throwing it away, which I think that at a certain moment will stop, guys. There are 2.5 spots already secured. Then it's who will win it. Inter or Napoli, with an Atalanta that should go for the third, maybe the second spot, except of huge big collapse of Atalanta that honestly, after being out of Champions League, after being out of Coppa Italia, focusing only on Serie A, I don't see them doing. So I agree. I have been pro Giuntoli, pro Motta, and I think that this is probably the thing where all the tifosi, Allegri fans, Thiago Motta fans, Giuntoli fans, beautiful football fans, pro, against, in, out, all the fans are coming to the same conclusion. At the end, we were not expecting this 27th of February having the need of the sporting director to tell you if he believed or he didn't believe in the project, if he believed or he didn't believe in the coach, because all the objectives were gone. Supercoppa, Champions League, Coppa Italia, our objective that was running as far as possible, as much as possible, as long as possible to compete. Today we are still risking, we are even risking the top 4. Tell me, guys, what do you think is more right? Are we risking, do we have more chances to be out of the top 4 or more chances to win the Scudetto? What is the reality? Because I remind you that until yesterday morning, people were telling me that I was not a real Juventino because I said that we wouldn't then stop speaking about it until match day 30. We are a mentally fragile team, guys. You saw yesterday the penalty session as well. Penalties, what wins the penalties? It's the head. It's the head that wins the penalties. I think that it was wrong to put Dusan first to take a penalty. I would probably even tell you in the 5 after the 2 goals that he missed in the end of the game, because I know Dusan. I know him like reading an open book. I know that Dusan was mentally not in state of going with that penalty. France lost the penalty session because of what happened with Zidane, with the losing their icon, idol, strongest player, the way how he ended his career. Vovka, ciao my friend from Canada. Good morning, Juventini. Thanks for the lives, Beb. It's appreciated. Good morning, my friend. Really, really, really. Rob, thank you for the donation. Are you surprised of Motta tactics compared Bologna? What I'm surprised about Motta, no, it's not his tactics compared to Bologna, but probably is the fact that he waited until the 27th of February to probably realize that it was not working. Even if yesterday he said it's not about tactics, it's not about technique. I believe in the qualities of these players. He said yesterday it's about behavior, and this is something that is non-negotiable. What I personally am surprised is that at a certain moment you need to be open-minded in saying, okay, this is really not working, and I'm about to throw away everything. Yesterday, we played again with that 4-1-4-1 with, again, 1.5 players that were absent. And today it's easy to blame Koopmeiners, and it's correct to blame Koopmeiners. But if at the 27th of February we didn't see a game of Koop where he was playing well, probably it's also about tactics and that non-flexibility to change something has to be taken into account. So yes, I'm surprised of the non-flexibility, or not realizing earlier that we are going against the wall and that we needed to change. Sometimes you have ideas, your own convictions, credo, that you need to park. I'm not saying give up, but you need to park for the common good. I think we translated all of it, right? Is there something huge that we missed, so we can end it at 1 hour, so that also the people that will watch it in replay, they will have a short one this time instead of going with an extremely long one like yesterday. I think it was 5 hours 30 of live. It's not always comfortable for people that want to rewatch it. Yeah, I'm sad. Yeah, I'm sad. Mark 1. Look, I have been, I believe, calming down all the people for 10 days, because since 10 days we only heard Alberto Costa. Looks like we couldn't play anymore without Alberto Costa. I said I never watched the player, guys. He played like 12 professional games in his career. If he's not playing, there is a reason why he's not playing. Yesterday he entered 8 minutes. What do you want? What do you want me to judge about 8 minutes in a game without pressure from Empoli, because Juventus was attacking? He did some beautiful overlaps. I sincerely cannot judge Alberto Costa. I cannot tell you I want to see him or I don't want to see him. I have absolutely no idea. What I can tell you is that, of course, the first player that was there signed 6 weeks ago for nice money, Nice money, I believe 13 million, 14 million. If it's still not playing, we have a problem. People are saying Beppe read from the book. Is that something that you want to finish with? You want to finish with or not? Tell me. Is the book, the quote of the book, something that you want to finish with or not? Yeah, Salvatore is answering his own question. That's a really funny one. Some people, they know the game, so they are already starting to put the pages. BT is saying, yes, we need a book, so we will do the book. If BT is saying we need a book, we'll do the book. Arturo Vidal, new mental coach, please, some passion. I think that Arturo Vidal has been a fantastic player, also from what he was able to give. But I don't think that Arturo Vidal is a perfect coach. You know, a lot of time you have people that are able to ultra perform from themselves, but they are not able to transmit that. And in terms of behaviors, I am not sure that you want Arturo Vidal as an example, personally. Even if that there is that funny story around that. I think that Claudio Marchisio said a few time ago, saying that Antonio Conte, he knew that Arturo Vidal was going out at night and he didn't appreciate it a lot, and he wanted not to tell him, not to confront him, but actually to expose him. So the day after that he knew that he drank and that he went out, he arrived or he didn't sleep or not a lot, he actually made everyone, the entire team, run, because he wanted actually Arturo Vidal to collapse, one of the first one to collapse, to not being able to resist. But the guy was fresh. It was so fresh, like he just woke up. He was continuing to run while the other players, they were starting to really to give up. And he was the first one in that group, in leading the group. And saying it was like nothing happened, like he never went out, like he was in the best of his form. Where Antonio Conte said, "Bastardo." So it's a beautiful story, of course, huh? Now, a perfect coach, I don't know. Nur37 wants, thank you, my friend. This Juventus needs someone like Zidane or Capello personality, strong personality from a coach. Juve will do great. I don't want Del Piero. Look, Capello, we already had him for 2 years. Strong personality, yes, of course. At Juventus, he didn't do that well. Older people, they will be pissed off with Capello, with the potential that we had in that team and how we went out 2005, 2006, even if we won the Scudetto, but I don't think that Capello would have been a perfect person, even if in terms of charisma, he's a strong person. Zidane, I love Zidane, I don't think that this is absolutely the moment for Zinedine Zidane to come at Juve. But again, I know that a lot of people, they know Zidane only because of that hat-trick of Champions League, which is something, a unicum that he was able to have with Real Madrid. So, no, I don't agree, but I respect the opinion. So the pages, guys, c'est le moment, it's the moment. Where is the book here? The book from our friend Maurizio from around Turin. Only the brave. One quote. Between, if I'm not wrong, page 4 to page 149. Go for it. I want a maximum of pages so that I can close my eyes later and choose one. So maximum of pages so that we go with a quote. It's the question I will try to identify is probably the advice that we want to give to Juventus as a whole. Not only Thiago Motta, not only Cristiano Giuntoli, but Juventus as a whole for the 12 remaining games before taking a mini break and going to USA for the Club World Cup. There is no page 190, guys. It's until 149. So it's the moment. So write down which page you want, because in a second I'm refreshing. You hear it probably with the mouse here. That means that I'm refreshing. Let's click now. 77. 77 has been chosen randomly. The book is never lying, you know that. Time on time, we ask the question, and the book is giving us the perfect advice. We know it, we are using the book Only the Brave since years and years. and it's always the same. And once again, the book is giving a fantastic advice, especially if we are referring to the interview of Cristiano Giuntoli that we just translate and that we debrief, that we go into detail with something that we agreed on, with something that we didn't appreciate. On page 77, the number that has been chosen by Beniel, 77, you can see it here. You have a quote that is saying, "Don't raise your voice, improve your argument." This is the advice, and I believe that it's again the perfect answer after what we saw today. Don't raise your voice, improve your argument. Juventus or Sutnevuj is asking, how is that the perfect quote? Is it like how it is, wow, the perfect quote, or is it a question that you don't understand why it could be the perfect quote? Maybe I don't know. I think it's really speak for himself, no? Like wow. Okay. Now because sometimes I don't understand the language of the youth today. It's a perfect one. Don't raise your voice. Improve your arguments. It's true, huh? But of course, when you're saying, Liam is saying, I wish the management would raise their voice. We are speaking. It's not literally. Yeah. It's like, don't speak. Do. Fans, they want to see. We have 12 games. Do. Show us. Ragazzi e ragazze, Juventini, Juventine, thank you. If you want to see a Beppe even more angry than now, even more pissed off than today, go back to the video that I did this morning. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, you can go through this video again from the beginning if you missed it. Maximum of likes if you didn't. I don't know if we went over 100 likes with it. 223 likes, so really appreciate it. Thank you, my friends. Let us see if we crossed the 200. No, we didn't. 36,409, which is a lot. And we will do better. So share the channel with your friends that are asking, oh, did you hear the words of Giuntoli? I'm not sure what he said, or how did he say it? Share the channel. You share with your friends so that they discover also this channel, because it's an important one. Grazie Thomas, grazie LJJ, grazie BT, Jake, James, Douglas Davis, ciao Salvatore, Vovka, Saraz, Flying Tracker 22, Aldo Bonaso, ciao Francis Ulco, Ravindra, ciao a tutti, grazie, forza.